Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sketchdom. My name is Jason Sketch, and I'm super excited to bring you guys more Marvel Champions content. Today I'm taking Wonder Man up against Venom. I had a lot of fun with Venom last time facing him, so I'm super excited to face him again. I've got a leadership build for Wonder Man that I'm testing out. It is a legacy game, so it should be a lot of fun, something a little bit different. And I've got a lot of cards that I have never played before, so hoping that it makes a cool interaction with each other. Also, just getting a chance to just try out some new stuff, but get more familiar with Wonder Man. I think this deck is going to kill it. Super fun, super excited. Let's jump on down to the table and let's check things out. Hey everybody, welcome down to the table. This is a time that I remind you guys that I am 2 people away. That's right, folks. 2 folks away from 300. I'm super stoked and excited about it. Hope you guys can help me out with that. Just give me the subscriptions. That'd be super duper awesome. Trying to reach that 500 goal, but right now we're just trying to make the mark of 300. So any likes, comments, and subscriptions really helps out the channel. And I really appreciate you guys for all the effort you guys put into watching my channel, giving comments, and all the things that you guys do. The more I see, the more I can continue to grow. I want to become a better player, and there's a lot of learning to happen. So even if you see like, hey, you made this rules mistake, teach me. Let's learn together. Because there's so many rules in this game that we just got to be able to walk through them all together. I've learned a lot in the past, so I'm pretty stoked about it here as well. Let's get things going, though. I'm pretty stoked about it. We got things like Cameo and a couple of other leadership things going on. If you're like, well, what cards do you have in your deck? Be sure to check my description, because it should be right below the video here, and it should have the link to the deck that I built. If I really, really like the deck, and I think it's going to be one that's going to be super fire for you guys all to try out, I will make a whole description for it and everything and put it on Marvel CDB in a way that everybody else can find it. But otherwise, just follow the link down below. There's a cool spot on the website there for you to be able to check out the deck I played. Okay. Let's get things going. It is early in the morning, so I haven't done an early morning game in a while. So if you see me drinking coffee, that is why. Going to try to move a little bit slower, so I'm making sure that I'm following all the rules and hitting all the things. So first and foremost, we have the setup here. Put the bell tower in play on the quiet side. It is in play. It's on the quiet side. Flip it face up. Okay, and there's a force interrupt. When Venom activates against you, move each face down boost card from your identity to Venom. Which we're just going to put him on Venom over here anyways, because he's the only one that he's attacking. We're being interacted with this right now, so. Starts off with 2 threat on it. That is something to remember. Venom over here. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Tooth and Nail side scheme and put it into play. Shuffle. Alright. Wish it was the Cupid shuffle, but here we are. So we're looking for the Tooth and Nail side scheme. I just spread that out a little bit there. We're going to shuffle anyways, right? So I know it's in here, right? Because I saw it earlier, so. Okay. Get a good, nice shuffle going. Hopefully spread some of those cards around. Tooth and Nail has a neat interaction. Venom takes any amount of damage from an attack or remove an equal amount of threat from here. So if we can get 8 damage right off the bat, or if we can get it cleared, that'd be great. But I don't know if that's going to happen necessarily right away. But we're Wonder Man. We can handle this. It should be fine. So. Okay. Put this up here. We're going to go ahead and put 8 threat on the scheme. Got a D8 there. Huzzah. Alright, making sure it's appeared on the screen. That way we can see all the interactions there with it. Next, we have another setup card, which is Cameo. Cameo is new for me. So setup, search your collection for an identity-specific ally for an identity not in the game. Shuffle that ally into your deck. Discard 2 cards from your hand and remove that card from the game. So we need to go ahead and draw into our hand first, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, a lot of Wonder Man cards right off the top here. I do like the idea of signature sunglasses, and energy siphon, and the Wonder Fans are all nice. I like these other cards. We're going to hold on to them for now, and we're going to put them in our discard pile. Draw 3 more cards. 1. Oh, there's a jet belt. 2, 3. Okay. Not exactly the way I thought I would start this match with all these Wonder Man cards right off the top, but here we are. So, we've got 6 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, for sure we want to play the jet belt and the sunglasses, so we may get rid of this combo here. Kind of stinks because we really want to use some other stuff, but it's okay. So the cameo then calls us to discard 2 cards from our hand and remove this card from the game, and we're shuffling in Randall. I thought Randall was a really cool card because discard a resource card from your hand, ready Randall. If that card has a printed resource, a lightning resource icon or an energy resource icon, heal 1 damage from Randall. So I thought he could sit on the table and do some really cool stuff. So I thought that was a really neat interaction there. We'll move this cameo from the game over here. We're going to shuffle in Randall. I was almost called him Rando. We'll shuffle in Randall. I really hope we get a better shuffle going here because we're just drawing all of our Wonder Man cards right off the top of the deck. Makes me wonder, did I even shuffle? And I think I did. But I did. It just didn't shuffle as well as I thought it did. And that happens sometimes, so. Okay. Nothing other special things I can do on my alter ego side. We're going to go ahead and flip up. I think first and foremost, we want to go ahead and when you spend this card, take up to 3 damage. This card generates 1 additional lightning resource for each damage taken this way. So I'm going to go ahead and take 1 point of damage here to generate 2 so I can get the jet belt on the table. Because you don't want to miss out on having the jet belts. Ooh, and this one is when you change form. So before I flip up and play jet belt, we're going to go ahead and make a call here. We're going to spend this card to play the sunglasses down. Then we will change forms. After you change form, pick an event resource card with a printed lightning resource from your discard pile. Choose one under Ionic Physiology. Add a card tucked under Ionic Physiology to your hand. So we're going to go ahead and put the active altruism here. I think that's a smart move because having threat removal is never a bad thing. Alright, just looking at all my cards here. Does this exhaust? This does not exhaust, but this does exhaust. So, getting the jet belt's pretty cool to get it right away. But now that leaves us with I can either make a punch for 2 and clear some from Tooth and Nail, or I can clear 2 threat off the main. Let's go ahead and clear 2 threat off the main. The way he's also not getting his boost icons there. I can't do enough damage to work with the bell tower either. So, that is going to be my goal right off the bat. And we will draw to our hand size, which is now 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, man, okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. First things first. Threat's going to go up by 1. Venom is going to attack for 2 plus a boost. Do I eat it? or do I take it? Sorry, do I defend for it or do I take it? I think I should have enough health. So we're going to go ahead and just eat it. He swings for 2, 3. If this activation is an attack, take 2 indirect damage. Okay. So take 2 indirect damage first. Then he attacks me for 3. So I'm at 6 health points. Goodness gracious alive. Okay, Venom. Oh, he has toughness on him too. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Okay. Next, we draw 2 encounter cards. First encounter card is Violent Tendencies attached to Venom. After attached villain takes any amount attached to the villain. Okay. After attached villain takes any amount of damage from an attack, give attached villain 1 face down boost card. If that attack dealt 3 or more damage to attached villain, discard this card. Oh man, okay. Not liking this. Next is Swinging Assault. When revealed, the villain attacks you. Give the villain 1 additional boost card for this activation. Okay, I guess I do need to defend for 2 at this point. And he swings for 2. On pursuit, counter pursued by the past. 5. So I defended for 2. I take 3 points of damage. And it is my turn. Okay. Venom, you are not being helpful right now. Okay. Oh, shoot. I think we're going to spend the Avengers compound. Get the Avengers compound down. And tuck Thor underneath it. I can hold on to Resource Reserve. Playing everywhere all at once is going to be helpful. At some point. He doesn't have any boost cards right now, so I could flip down. But then we do have to look for a minion if he clears threat. But if he does 3 damage, we could have done 3 damage with him to get it over to the other side. Either way, I've got to flip down. Clearing threat, would I want to clear it from the main or would I want to clear it from Tooth and Nail? I think the main's going to be the wiser choice here. Can't spend eventually, so I'd like to get, if I get this down, I can use this ability here to generate a thing for an event, which is 1. And then I could probably choose, yes, that. And so, tuck and heal me 1. So let's do that. We'll spend the Avenge Me to play Resource Reserve. We're going to use the Jet Belt to play everywhere all at once. And we will choose 1 scheme. And I think it's going to be the main. Just get it cleared. This gets this tucked. We will flip down. which does hit me up for 1 point, gets me up to 4. So flip down, which activates signature sunglasses, and I'm going to tuck an event from my discard pile underneath Ionic Physiology. Will be a Starstruck. From your identity, so good. So I get to heal 1 more, up to 5. So, no, that's when I play it, right? When you play an event from your hand. Yeah, so I don't get that healing. Okay. That's still fine. Getting that Starstruck tucked underneath there is not a bad deal because I can either try to draw it out with sunglasses when I flip back up. But here we are. So let's drop to our hand size and ready up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We got a Digging Deep, an Ionic Blast, an Arrow, which is nice. Avenge Me, Power of Flight, Iron Lad, which is not a terrible turn. I think we can try to get Arrow out with these 3 cards. And then we can probably get Iron Lad on the table too and get an Avenge Me attached to him, which is kind of fun. Or Ionic Blast, deal 3 damage to an enemy, 2 additional damage for each lightning resource you use to overpay for this card. So we have options here. But let's ready up and see what's going to happen. I did get the jet bet was already lifted up. Okay. First things first. Threat's going to go up by 1. Venom schemes for 2. And he gets this card attached to him. Get up to 3. It has 2 rage counters on it. We then need to lower everything down a little bit because having to think here. We need to get 2 encounter cards. So first encounter card is Guard the Bell Tower. Remove each time counter from the bell tower and flip it to its quiet side. It is now blank, so bell tower is not going to be helpful right now. Unstable Sentience. It does have Surge, so we're going to get this card as well. When revealed, give the villain 1 face-down boost card. Okay, so here's a face-down boost card for him. Then, Dark Designs. Place 1 pursuit counter pursued by the past. Then if there's anything on here, the villain schemes. The villain's going to scheme for 2. Nothing. That's a blank. 2, 3. Main scheme is up to 6. Okay, so we survived flipping down. A lot of nonsense happened, but we survived it. But it is also my turn. So, Simon Williams is going to go ahead and recover for 3 to get back up to 7. Ooh, and clearing threat may be a good thing to do. If we do everywhere all at once, that does help me out. So let's flip up. Going to active altruism, remove 1 threat from a scheme. Move 2 additional threat for each lightning resource you overpaid for this card. So, I like everywhere all at once coming back into my hand. from the sunglasses. Add a card tucked under Ionic Physiology to your hand. That may make a big difference in what I'm going to get to play here. We're going to go ahead and use the Power of Flight and Digging Deep to play Arrow. Exhaust Arrow, choose a player until the end of the phase. Each aerial character that player controls is +1 attack. I'm not going to be making an attack right now, but by golly, she'll be doing something cool. So we will figure out what that is here in a second. We do have an Avenge Me. We've got 3 side schemes out, and getting 3 threat off of those side schemes would not be a bad thing. We also have 4 cards that we could easily play Thor onto the table. I think getting some of this stuff cleaned up is going to be more helpful to us in the long term. We've got a lot going on. So we're going to play Everywhere All at Once, and we're going to choose 4. Choose 3, but be able to do but overpay by 1. So we're going to spend these 3 plus the Jet Belt. Play Everywhere All at Once. And clear 3 threat from 3 different schemes. So this goes down to 5. This goes down to 3. And this clears Guard the Bell Tower. This gets tucked here. And I get 1 health point back. We're back at 8 health, which is pretty stinking good. Since we're not going to use Arrow to do anything special this turn, or boost my attack this turn, we're going to go ahead and exhaust her to make a threat removal. And we're trying to decide between the 2. I think 1 threat off the main isn't a bad deal. Very cool. That was a fun turn. Ready everything back up. Draw to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got Call for Aid, Captain Marvel, Avenge Me, White Fox, and Leading Blow. Which Leading Blow is super fun if I can make it to that point. Especially with Arrow. Okay. But Leading Blow is not going to be great because we still have the... instead of clearing 1 threat off the main, he's going to take the tough off of here. What does this say, though? After attached villain takes any amount of damage from an attack. And this is also after it takes damage from an attack. So Arrow instead is going to clear the tough instead of clearing that scheme off there. I think that's smart. Threat's going to go up to 4. Venom is going to attack for 3 plus a boost. I, as Wonder Man, can either just take it or defend it. I think I'm going to go ahead and take it. He's swinging for 3, 4, 5. Jeez Louise. Which gets us down to 3 health. Okay. Another event in my hand just to see. They're not. Okay. Next, we get 2 encounter cards. First encounter card is For whom the bell tolls, when revealed, remove 2 chime counters from bell tower. If the bell tower is in quiet side, take 1 damage. If it is in ringing side, resolve 1 threat from the main scheme. Remove 1 threat from the main scheme. So it's on the quiet side, so we do take a point of damage. Webbed up. Attach your identity when your hero attacks. Discard webbed up instead. Then you are stunned. Well, that may change what I wanted to do in the first place. Oh, man. Okay. My turn. Yep. Venom is fun. Venom is fun. Venom is a good time. All right. Okay. May have to flip down again this turn. We're going to want to let somebody that can clear some threat here. I could get Thor out there, but then we got a minion we got to contend with. We are webbed up, so we cannot attack well. We're going to have to do some crazy stuff here. Let's go ahead and do our first and foremost. Let's do a call for a discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard an Avengers ally. Add that ally to your hand. 2, 3. We'll get there eventually, I guess. We have Avengers allies in here. There's another call for aid. Power of leadership. Power of leadership. Endurance. These cards did not mix well. There's a digging deep we get to keep. One of the things I was hoping for. And Hawkeye. Okay. All right. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna spend. Ooh, actually, for an event. Okay, bummer. But I could do that. So let's exhaust this to discard Starstruck. Generate a lightning resource. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll play Captain Marvel onto the table. After Captain Marvel enters play, discard top 4 cards of the deck. If you discarded a lightning resource, deal 3 damage to the enemy. If you discarded more than 1 printed lightning resource, stun that enemy. All right. So 1, there's a lightning resource. 2, 3, second lightning resource. 4, third lightning resource. Awesome. So thank you, Captain Marvel. Because you discarded all those items there, deal 3 damage to an enemy. So he'll take 3 points of damage, down to 15. Then he's also going to get stunned. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of in front of the digging deep, but that's fine. We're going to attach this Avenge Me to Captain Marvel. Now the question is that Venom is stunned, right? I can probably try to control the scheme a little bit more. So I can do some big damage to him right now. if since I am webbed up, if I do a double thwart, do one with Captain Marvel and one with Wonder Man, that means I can get 4 threat cleared from the main. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll clear, or we can get rid of Tooth and Nail and stay up maybe. Let's do that. We'll clear 2 from Tooth and Nail, get down to 3. Captain Marvel will also take a point of consequential damage. And clear 2 from Tooth and Nail. And then Arrow, take a point of consequential damage. Remove the last one from Tooth and Nail. Okay, that will make things a little bit easier. We'll be able to manage our board a little bit better now that it's out of the way. He is stunned, so we should be okay. He has steady. He's not really stunned. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think it's the right call, and we'll use Arrow to defend for now. Because I think that's what we're going to have to do. If we flip down and he schemes out, we lose the game. So, and a 5 is not hard to get when you have two scheme, but I think we made the right call here. So let's go ahead and ready up. And instead of Arrow using threat removal, before we do that, threat removal, she's going to attack for 1, doing a... Oh, well, this was, let's see. I'm going to attack. So she's going to attack for 1, which would clear this, do 1 point of damage down to here for 14. But then he gets a boost card. No, we're not going to do that. So he should still be at 13. And we just clear that 1 threat because we don't want to give him that boost card just yet for 1 measly point of damage because of this violent tendencies. You have to deal 3 damage or more for this to go away and make it worth it. So, which Captain Marvel will be able to do here soon. So, takes any amount of damage from an attack. Okay, from an attack. So, I have to clarify this is not an attack here. That just does straight damage. So, cool. Still fun to get Captain Marvel on the table. I've not played her before. A lot of thinking through here, just kind of looking at all of our options. We're going to go ahead and ready everything back up. And hope we survive this round. Hate to lose Arrow, but if we knew we were going to lose Arrow, instead we'll drop the Avenge Me on Arrow instead of Captain Marvel here. Would we have known that we were planning on doing that? No, we had already played it on Captain Marvel. Let's just leave it as it is. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got Sunspot, Starstruck, White Tiger. White Tiger is going to be super helpful. Triskelion and Randall. Wow, okay. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how this goes. Threat's going to go up to 5. Venom is going to attack for 3. Plus a boost is attack gain overkill. So I can't have Arrow defend either. So we will have Captain Marvel defend. So he's swinging for 3. Cool, and pursued, counter pursued by the past. Okay. So Captain Marvel does die. But then the Avenge Me pops off. And we will draw 2 more cards. 1, 2. Digging deep and an energy siphon. Interesting. I need to play some more events to get healed up. I need to survive. Alright. These gain overkill, right? Yep. So. Cool. That wasn't bad. Do love me some Avenge Me's. So I hate that I lose such an expensive ally for it, but here we are. Next, we will have 1 encounter card. When the bell tolls, remove two chime counters. There are no chime counters on here. If the bell tower is on its quiet side, take 1 damage. If it is on its ringing side, remove 1 threat from the main scheme. Okay. So we're going to take a point of damage here, down to 1 health point here. Jeez. All right. Sunspot feels like a good play. As well as the Triskelion. As also, White Tiger feels like a fun play. So, Starstruck would be good too. We have a lot of choices here. And we're not in a terrible spot, but definitely not in the best spot. So, you got to get some threat removed, which White Tiger will be able to help with that. Randall could also help with that. So let's get White Tiger on the table. And she'll at least get to draw us 2 cards. So, the White Tiger using Jet Belt. Digging Deep. And Energy Siphon. Which gets us White Tiger, who draws us 2 cards. Last 2 cards in our deck, which is Spectrum and an active Altruism. Okay. I wish I had an Avenge Me for her right now, but that is alright. Flipping down seems more viable at this point to do some healing. So we got to check and see what we want to do here. Active Altruism says, remove 1 threat from the scheme, remove 2 additional threat from that scheme for each lightning resource you overpaid for this card. So, Active Altruism. Really need to start hitting Venom too, but I also need to survive. So which lets us remove 1 threat, but we can get, if we spend 2 lightning resources here, we can also clear up to 5. So we'll use Spectrum. And Randall. You want to do that, Spectrum? Just do 1. Yeah, we're just going to do 1. So we'll spin Spectrum to play Active Altruism. Clear 3 off this scheme here. Getting this down to 2. Gets under here. Heals us for 1. Okay. Then, we do have Avengers Compound too, which we could spend all 4 of these cards to get Thor on the table. But I like the idea of getting Sunspot on the table. If 3 lightning resources, or we can get Randall on the table. which is pretty cool. Either we're doing 3 damage to Venom, or we're getting Randall on here who can consistently keep thwarting things, and I think that is going to be helpful. If I can have him manage threat removal so I can focus on other stuff. So, we will spend these 3 to get Randall on the table. This is an interaction that we wanted to see. We got the cameo for that reason. Randall is going to clear 2 threat from the main. We are then going to discard. Oh, discard a resource card from your hand. Okay. Makes a difference. I thought it was discarding cards from the top of the deck. That's fine, though. If that's the case, I think Randall's still a cool interaction because we still discard a card from our hand. It's a resource card specifically, right? Still not a bad interaction. We'll have... oh, yeah. Why not? He did clear that 2 threat. White Tiger can go ahead and... But that's not enough to deal with this, and he just gets to boost the thing anyways. I really need that... need Captain Marvel out. So instead of playing Randall, now that we know what he does, right, we'll have White Tiger clear the 2 threat. We'll have played Sunspot instead, who would have come in and done 3 damage when coming in. That gets it down to 12. We will exhaust Arrow. We'll have Sunspot attack for another 3 because he's aerial. Which does give this give him an extra boost here, right? But then after attached villain takes any amount of damage, this attack give attached villain 1 face down boost card. If this attack is dealt 3 or more damage to attached villain, discard this card. So just get rid of this. Gets a rage counter down by 1. So I don't get to do the charm counters that we need to do, but that is okay. I think that was the smart move for both these guys. We can get some Avenge Me's attached to them hopefully here with our next draw. I think I'm going to need to flip down because I can't chump block with them because the overkill damage will get me. But we cleared threat for that reason. The question then becomes, do I heal now? Or do I clear the webbed up? And I think I'm going to go ahead and flip down and heal for 3. Get me up to 5. Okay. And because I attacked for 3, right, he was at 15. We did the 3 damage when he came into play. He attacked for another 3. He should be at 9. Nice. Okay. We're doing pretty good. We got a boost card here we're going to have to contend with, so we don't know what that's going to look like, but I think we're going to be okay. I'm glad we healed up. Glad we've got some things going on here, so let's draw our hand size. Oh, we flip. We can choose tuck an event resource card with a printed lightning resource. So it's only when we've got a Starstruck, so we'll tuck it underneath here. And that does heal us up by 1. Nice. Okay. I got to remember the sunglasses. That is super helpful. Okay. We are capped out here at Ionic Physiology, so we need to draw one of these cards into our hand this next turn. Let's drop to our hand size, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got a lot of attacks here. We can get Thor down basically for free. There's a lot of interesting things we could do. No Avenge Me's, though, which kind of stinks. Okay. The threat's going to go up by 1. We are readied everywhere. Venom is going to scheme for 2 plus a boost. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, so we are at 7 threat on the main. Yeah. Oh, when Venom activates against you, move your face down boost cards to your entity. Okay, cool. So it does go to him. I was just triple checking all that. I was just seeing if it was an attack, but it is when he activates against you, so it doesn't matter if he's scheming or attacking. He gets those boost cards. That's something I was triple checking. All right. Our encounter card is Friends and Family. While in hero form, increase the resource cost of each event you play by 1. Alter ego form. Alter ego action. Discard 1 identity-specific card from your hand. Discard this obligation. All right. So that is annoying, but at least I'm already in alter ego, so I can get rid of it pretty stinking quickly, probably. So it is my turn. I think healing for 3 is going to be wise. Not really going to get the chance to attack anyways. We got to make sure we get a lot of threat cleared this round. So we're going to go ahead and discard this Ionic Blast for the Friends and Family. Really would like more cards in our hands, but we don't have any more cards we can draw, fortunately. That White Rabbit is in my deck, so what we need to do here is have our guys make a choice on what they're going to do first. I think we'll go ahead and use Arrow to exhaust to get +1 attack for my aerial characters. And Sunspot will go ahead and attack for 3 against Venom, getting him down to 6. You're right, Steggy. Sunspot's great. Which and gets rid of the rage counter here. Really want to save White Tiger for a Avenge Me, but I guess that's not going to be the case right now. The Call for Aid, it's a hero action. I think that's the next card we need to play before we decide what else we want to do. We'll flip up. We're going to use Call for Aid. Discard card. Well, we flip up first. We got to do the sunglasses. And since we can't add one there, we need to take one away. And so we've already got to start striking our hand. Let's get an active altruism into our hand. Perfect. Because of this, add a card tucked under Ionic Physiology to your hand. Then we will play Call for Aid and discard cards from the top of your deck until an Avenger ally, and then add that ally to your hand. So we're just looking for Avenger ally, which is Captain Marvel. Just hoping to discard into one of our friends that either can come on the table or resource, but it is fine. So, what our hand looks like right now, at least it is a lightning resource now instead of a fist. So we've got some choices we can make. We can get Captain Marvel back on the table and get that official stun going. Clearing threat seems like a good idea too. So, let's clear the threat first. We're an exhaust jet belt. They created an energy resource for this thing, so we're at least at 3. And let's do the leading blow as well, which gets it down to 5. So we have cleared this down to 2 threat. Awesome. And active altruism does come back to our physiology here, which lets us draw heal up by 1. We are now at 10 health. Okay. We can clear one more threat for poops and giggles. I can't get rid of webbed up just yet because I'm exhausted. I could play Starstruck. Then I wouldn't be able to play Captain Marvel. I think Captain Marvel is going to be our better play here. So we'll spend these 3 cards. So we need to take 2 points of damage. Get Captain Marvel onto the table. Awesome. When Captain Marvel comes onto the table, discard the top 4 cards of your deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. You discard a printed lightning resource, deal 3 damage to an enemy. It's down to 3. You discarded more than 1 printed lightning resource, also stun the enemy. So now he is fully stunned. It's super awesome to see. And we still have actually this would be helpful. So since we're already exhausted, she's an aerial character. We're going to go ahead and have her attack Venom for 4. In the process of doing that, she will actually transfer it to the bell tower and have the bell tower have 4 chime counters on it, instead of doing it to Venom. Now we can prevent damage plus do extra damage to Venom, which is going to be a lot of fun. White Tiger could attack Venom now and get him to his next side. How bad would that be? He gets Retaliate 1, Steady, and Toughness. He's still stunned, though. After you attack and damage, when revealed, place 2 face-down boost cards on each identity. Okay. We'd have to be ready for whatever comes. It's going to happen either way. If we're already doing extra damage to him now, instead of clearing threat, White Tiger could easily just do the damage to Venom for an additional damage and get him onto his next stage, and he's still stunned, even though he has 2 boost cards. Let's do it. So White Tiger will go ahead and attack and do 3 points of damage to Venom. Which clears stage 2. He's still steady, not stalwart, so he's stunned officially now. He has 20 health points. He's got toughness, so he comes in with tough. And we get to place 2 face down boost cards for him. After you attack and damage Venom with a card you control, place 1 face down boost card. Ooh, yeah. But the force response wouldn't have gone off, right? Because I defeated this one. And gone on to the next one. But it does show up there after your attack and damage, which it did damage him. I think he'll go ahead and get the additional boost. Let me check the rules on that real quick. And I may cut this spot out real fast, but I do want to make sure that I don't have to draw an additional boost card for here. So Marvel Champions rules 1.7. But then, like, we're not getting the retaliate damage. So actually, because we wouldn't take the retaliate damage for him flipping up to his next form, even though he took damage. So I don't think the force response kicks off because that card disappeared. So that's how I'm going to play that rule. If I'm incorrect in that, let me know, because I want to be playing the game right, but I believe I would not get a third boost card for him from that attack. Now, if I attacked him again and did damage to him, that would do that. So, okay. We're in a good spot now. I'm feeling a lot better about where we're at. So let's go ahead and ready up. Just took a little bit to build to where we need to be. But now we're functioning like a steam engine. And hopefully this next turn I can get rid of this webbed up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have taken that 1 health from the sunglasses earlier, though. So take it down 1 health point. Because when it has to be played. If I rob myself of a health point, then I rob myself of a health point. Alright. Here's the 5 cards. We do have an Iron Lad, finally. Which is going to be nice, because then we can get Iron Lad down onto the table. For some really cool interactions here. We've also got Hawkeye, and we've got Everywhere All at Once. Which is great, because then the power of leadership, or power of flight, can be played with that. So, this is actually going to be a really fun turn, too. Okay. Threat's going to go up to 3. Venom is going to attack, but he's stunned. We get an encounter card. Common Criminal. It also says Surge. Alter your action, spend a fist resource, deal 3 damage to Common Criminal. If this minion was defeated this way, draw a card. Alright, well, cool. We will draw a card for the Surge. Biting Retort. When revealed, Venom activates against you. Each boost card turned up during activation gets +1 boost. Okay. That is fun because he's going to have 3 boost cards for this activation. Thank you, Arrow, for what you do. You're going to defend this attack. The Venom attacks for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To an identity. And it's not coming to an identity, it's coming to Arrow. Because I didn't think that through with the bell tower there. Knowing the bell tower is there, though, we already know how much damage it's going to be, so we'll just have him take out Arrow. We've got to remember that bell tower is there to help protect us, though. They do have guard and patrol, so we won't be able to clear threat until we get rid of these symbiotes. It really makes me wish we had drawn into Sunspot. Okay. At least we do have a Captain Marvel, which is nice. And she can take out a couple of things here and there. That surge really hurt, Mr. Criminal. Okay. Makes me wish we had Hawkeye on the table now, right? Like, that would have taken care of both those enraged symbiotes right away. Bang, bang. But it is what it is. So, I'll be able to play everywhere all at once like I wanted to. We've got to focus on a few things here. I think we got to get rid of the webbed up. And take our stun card. So have the patrol we have to contend with. Huh. Funny how Iron Lad is not an aerial character. Not funny, haha, just interesting. Because if I had a different resource card, this Power of Flight would be great. I could also put the Power of Flight in the resource reserve and get some other things. Gonna get Iron Lad on the table, maybe. I would really like to get rid of a bunch of the stuff here. We get rid of one of the symbiotes. Criminal's not the worst thing that could happen to me. We get Thor on the table. He also helps. The big hits. So, I think getting Iron Lad down on the table is going to be nice. We can keep Captain Marvel around for a little bit longer. But I think we put the Power of Flight underneath Resource Reserve. We spend Digging Deep and Hawkeye. For Iron Lad. Hold on to everywhere all at once. Iron Lad is going to exhaust Captain Marvel to do 4 points of damage to one of these symbiotes. Trying to decide here because if I could have spent the jet belt instead. I still wouldn't have been able to play Hawkeye if I'd held on to this card, but I could hold on to Hawkeye now and then save him for another turn. We use the jet belts to generate a lightning resource. That feels smart. Flipping with the sunglasses feels good. Though flipping down is not going to be a good idea right now because he could possibly scheme out. So we've got some benefits here with the ringing bell tower. I do want to hold on to both these cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. Energy Siphon will help either get Thor or Hawkeye onto the table, which is great. Or it can be used to play some fun stuff. So, ready up? First things first. Brett's going to go up to 4. Venom is going to attack for 3 plus a boost against me. Do I defend or just eat it? I need to keep it because I want to be able to clear my stun so I can start making attacks. So we eat it. 3, 4, 5. Bell Tower takes 4 of it. Flips this down. And I get 1 point of damage. Then I take 3 more points of damage from these guys. I think I'll take 2 from him to get me down to 4. And I can't, if I exhaust Captain Marvel, Iron Lad won't be able to pop off with what he wants to do. So I do take 3. Okay. We get an encounter card, which is Evil Alliance. Each Nemesis minion in play activates against you. If no minions activate this way, place 3 pursuit counters on Pursued by the Past. Which then knocks off Pursued by the Past, and we get to see some fun things happen. Yay! Alright, our minion comes into play. We get another side scheme. We have 3 cards we've got to contend with here. 1, 2, 3. Additional cost, attack Grim Reaper. You must discard 1 card from your hand. He does have Quick Strike with 2. After Grim Reaper attacks and defeats an ally, deal that ally's controller a face-down encounter card. Okay. So he is going to Quick Strike for 2. I think I'll just take the damage, get down to 1. Oofta. Okay. That's a pretty crazy spot to be in. What does Water Fans do? Select 1 event with a printed lightning resource from your discard pile, underlying physiology, or draw a card. Okay. That's fun. Hawkeye's nice to get on the table as well. We do want to play everywhere all at once for sure. We do have that. So if it was in their hand, great. So first and foremost, we got to get rid of the symbiote, and how we want to go about that is something I'm considering right now. And I think what I want to do is go ahead and use Iron Lad again to exhaust Captain Marvel to take out this symbiote. So now it does clear the patrol. There's 2 up here. We will use Jet Belt and Power of Flight to play Everywhere All at Once. We'll choose the 2 side schemes, and we will clear 3 threat from both of them. Everywhere All at Once gets tucked underneath me here. Recovers me for 2, or up to 2. We will spend 3 to get Hawkeye on the table, who has 4 arrow counters and 3 health points. And I forgot I had coffee. We're going to clear our stun. And I think we're going to let Hawkeye clear the last threat off the main there. So crazy to me that we've tucked Thor that long and we haven't put him out yet. I think I would want to put him into play. I think he's a cool card, but I haven't been able to really use him. I want to flip down. Add tuck card under Ionic Physiology to your hand, which is probably going to be Active Altruism. Nothing else I need to do. We'll ready everything back up. Everywhere All at Once. I love that it's an aerial card. That's fantastic. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well there's our Avenge Me. That is a nice card to have. Venom still has a tough status card on him. But maybe Hawkeye can clear that for me next turn. So threat's going to go up by 1. Both these guys should have 3 health points still, just so I can remember. Do we have... Well, we have 1 fist resource, and I don't want to spend it that way, so... Alright, they go up by 1. Venom is going to scheme for 2 plus a boost. 2, 3, 4. We get up to 5. Grim schemes for 2, which gets it up to 7. A little nervous. We get 1 encounter card. Death cannot die. When revealed, Grim Reaper activates against you. If Grim Reaper is not in play, find him and reveal him. Oh my gosh, okay. So this gets it up 2 more threats. We are at 9 threats on the main. 1 threat away from losing, but we're doing okay. Good thing that we've got a pretty hefty thwart card in our hand here. But it is our turn. We're going to heal for 3. Get us back up to 5. I really wish Hawkeye could have shot somebody, but it's okay. We're going to put Avenge Me on Iron Lad. I'm going to get attack cards in our hand here. We've got Ionic Blast. What are you? Is going to make me feel a lot more comfortable with what's going on. So let's go ahead and spend the energy to get What Are You onto the table. Leaves us with a Call for Aid, Ionic Blast, and Active Altruism. Okay. So we will have Hawkeye clear the tough off of Venom. We will then have Iron Lad exhaust Captain Marvel. To do tempted to do 4 to Venom so we can get the chime counters up again. But getting rid of Grim Reaper sounds pretty good too. Let's do that. And we will draw 2 cards because of Avenge Me. Oh, I have to be an Avenger to play it, right? Nothing in Alter Ego I wanted to do anyway, so we will flip up. For that 2-card draw. Oh, there's Mr. Hollywood. Oh my goodness, okay. That card also needs to come onto the table. And when we flipped up, we will take Starstruck and put it into our hands. All right. We do a jet boat. We still have available to us too. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do here. I think getting an Avenge Me underneath one of these 2 guys is going to be helpful. And I think getting it underneath Captain Marvel is going to be great. Going to hold on to that. Before we do anything else, let's play Call for Aid. Discard cards from the top of the deck until you discard an Avenger ally and put it into your hand. Digging Deep comes to us. Digging Deep comes to us. Okay. Believe I can shuffle and keep discarding. That did get us an encounter card. Let me double check the rules on that because I want to make sure I'm not lying to you guys. Thank you guys for your patience on that. Looking for discard. Discarding is the act of attempting to remove cards from a discard pile. A player card is discarded, is placed face up on top of the owner's discard pile. If the encounter card is discarded, it's placed face up on the encounter discard pile. Multiple cards are discarded from a player's hand. If multiple cards are discarded from a deck by a singular effect, place those cards in the appropriate discard pile without changing the order. These discards are considered simultaneous. Responses to the discarding of any of those cards are resolved after all discards are made. If a player looks at a number of cards from the top of the deck and discards one more of those cards are considered to have been discarded from the top of the deck. Okay. Um, any ability that would shuffle discard pile on 0 cards back into the deck, not shuffle the deck. Okay. So since we ran out of discard cards, I guess we don't get to go back up. I don't think I keep discarding from what I'm reading. I'm going to go to Appendix 1 to discard deck consumption just to kind of see. All right. Very cool. So it looks like it just stops. If I'm incorrect in that, please let me know. I would love to keep discarding, but I think it just stops, and I can't remember where I found the rule where I thought like the players, like an encounter deck causes it to stop if it doesn't find what it's looking for. And I think I guess the same thing happens to the player deck as well. Okay, we got 2 digging deeps out of that though. If I'm robbing myself, let me know. It's gonna only make it harder for me, right? So. This goes to my discard pile. And that's our encounter card for decking out. But we did get 2 more cards. So, we for sure want to get Mr. Hollywood on the table. Getting the Avenge Me on the table is going to be great as well. So what do we need to do to get Mr. Hollywood? We're going to spend a digging deep to play Mr. Hollywood. Because now I can generate overpay, which is super duper good. Because we're going to play active altruism and overpay with Mr. Hollywood and use the jet belt as well. To clear 5 threat from the main, which I think is huge. Gets back underneath me here and heals me up 1 health point. Okay. We've got some different things we can do here. We can do an Ionic Blast. We can do a Starstruck. This criminal is just annoying more so than anything else. If I do the Ionic Blast, that'd be huge. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put the Avenge Me underneath Captain Marvel because she will be dying next turn. Probably making a big punch. We're going to then do Ionic Blast on Venom. So we need to spend 1. And then we deal 1, 2. We do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage to Venom. I can choose to do all 7 to the bell tower instead, which may help us in the long term. Though it feels bad not doing 7 directly to Venom. But I think we get that bell tower up, we can kind of protect ourselves a little bit while we're waiting for other things are happening. So we'll flip it up here. He's going to have 7 counters on there. The Ionic Blast gets tucked underneath me here, which does heal me for one more. Whew, that does feel good. Because now he's going to get that ringing he's got to contend with. And so we still have 2 encounter cards we're going to have to contend with on our turn. Anything else we want to do? Anything else we can do? What are yous here? We've got a lot of things now. We are in a safe spot for Captain Marvel. Wonder Man, I am not overly worried about what's going to happen from this point forward. Let's just finish out this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. First things first, threat is going to go up by 1. I forgot that we had threat on the main, so we're halfway there on that. Venom is going to attack for 3+ boost. He didn't take any damage, so he didn't get a boost card. So, it would be 3+ a boost against me. I am going to let it go through. We get the bell tower, so 3, 4. Bell tower goes down to 3. The criminal is going to attack for 1. That sounds great. We get a second encounter card. Venom attacks for 3+ a boost. No, we get 2 encounter cards here. First encounter card. Improvised weapons. Attached to the villain, they get +1 boost icon. Hero action, spend a lightning, mental, and physical resource to discard this card. So I am in trouble here. I'm not going to be able to get rid of that. I don't think I have. Well, I actually probably could, which is kind of funny here, but it's really not that big of a deal. Second one is enraged symbiotes. Yay! Oh, but Hawkeye gets to shoot his arrow. Yay! Which means it kills that symbiote because it does 2 points of damage to a minion as soon as they enter play. So that symbiote comes in, he screams, and then he gets shot down by Hawkeye. Love Hawkeye so much. Such a great card. Very cool. That felt really good. All right. It is my turn, though. Are we going to really be able to take out Venom at this point? I think that would be a great idea if we can. So we are first and foremost going to spend Randall and the Power of Leadership to play White Tiger, who is going to draw us 3 cards because we're at 3 here. 1, 2, 3. And when Venom attacks, would deal any amount of damage. There's that. If let's see, increase all damage Venom takes by 1. All damage Venom takes by 1. So that is something to remember here in just a second. The White Tiger comes in with her fancy 2. Health points. Okay. Captain Marvel is going to go ahead and attack Venom for 4. Getting him down to 16. Four because of the bell tower. That does discard Captain Marvel. The Avenge Me goes off. 1, 2. Okay. Next, you're going to play Sunspot. And we will use the Endurance. Everywhere all at once. And Jet Belt. It wasn't a tech, so we do get one of these. Okay. From Captain Marvel. Okay. That does mean that we're going to play Sunspot on the table. After you play Sunspot from your hand, choose a player, deal 1 damage to them for each minion. Engage with the chosen player for each lightning resource used to pay for them. I used 3 lightning resources. That does take out this common criminal. And I do 4 points of damage here, getting him down to 12. Okay. Then, White Tiger will attack him for 3, getting him down to 9. Sunspot will also attack for 3, getting him down to 6. Which is... That comes from White Tiger's attack. This one comes from Sunspot's attack. Okay. And we still have things we can do as well. So I'm going to attack with Wonder Man and play Leading Blow at the same time. When your hero makes a basic attack, discard the top card of the encounter deck. Reduce the hero's attack by 1 for the number of printed boost icons. That's considered a boost icon as well, I believe. Should keep the rules reference up. Looking up a lot of rules, but I appreciate you guys being patient with me here on all of that. Want to triple check everything that I'm doing here. Having a lot of fun. Okay, so that is... A star icon is not itself considered a boost icon and does not contribute to an attack. Okay. Very cool. So this would not consider removing that 1 boost icon, which is nice. So, and I don't think that would necessarily add to it. So let's double check that as well. Let's see, what are those called? Amplify icon. During an enemy activation. Alright, so it has to be during an enemy activation. So this does not empower this for the Leading Blow purposes. So Leading Blow gets attached. We are able to deal 4 damage. 5 because of the bell tower, so this goes down to 1. This all gets discarded. But, if they still took damage, ready your hero. So ready's Wonder Man. And we can finish Venom off here pretty easily. I could either have Hawkeye shoot him or have Wonder Man make that attack and take out Venom. That was awesome. That was 2 attacks here as well, so he would have gotten a ton of boost icons on me there. So if I wasn't able to clear him in that 1 round, we would have lost there. But some pretty crazy things happened here. So this was great. I had a lot of fun with this. Thank you guys for your patience and let me read rules, and I was able to find them pretty quickly. So thank you guys for your patience on that. So I may not edit that out. It was an hour and a half long game, which is pretty wild to think about. Because I usually think that Wonder Man moves pretty quick. Sorry, I needed a drink of coffee there. But I think it took me a minute there. Did get webbed up. I got stunned. I had to get some things going on the table first before I could really get to moving. But once I got to moving, things were working out pretty well. Focused heavily on allies here. We had a lot of fun allies in the deck. Of course, White Tiger coming in and getting to draw his cards is huge. Sunspot getting to do his big things are awesome. Hawkeye is just a clever card. And I wish I could have gotten him out earlier because he would have taken care of a lot of our issues right off the bat with just doing the damage as he does to these minions as they come in. I really wish I could have played Thor. He got tucked underneath there, and then I never came back to him. And hopefully we can in the future, because I feel like he's got some cool potential. But we were able to get Captain Marvel down a couple of times, which she was great. So, and she lived on the table for a long time. Her coming in twice, though, and doing her special ability is crazy good. I probably should have missed putting a stun counter on him when she came out. No, when she came out the second time, it did officially stun him. And then she just stayed for a long time, helping Iron Lad deal with a lot of damage. Really disappointed that I wasn't able to do extra damage with Iron Lad, but that is okay. I really do like Captain Marvel, and I think she fits well in a Wonder Man build, especially since you're running aerial cards anyway. So it's nice to run that aerial resource card. I really think this Everywhere All at Once has probably become my favorite Justice card. It makes me want to play more aerial characters. I really just like how that one works, and just being able to clear out a bunch of threat makes me feel more comfortable. Actual Altruism was probably MVP card of the deck. I wish I could have played Spectrum. I added her in thinking she'd be really, really cool, but she ended up not coming into play just because I didn't have the right cards at the right time. I like the Leading Blow. So this was something, and I don't know if you guys recognize this or not, but I actually talked to people on the People server about it to kind of see how it functioned, how it worked, and I really like how this card plays. In Wonder Man, it was fantastic to be able to get to do a ready, and to be able to get the benefit of the healing, because it would have healed me up one more. I forgot about that when it came into the area here. So I was at 7 health. That was really neat. I don't think I have made many mistakes in the game, which is good, because I did check a lot of rules, and if if I made mistakes, please forgive me. But it is part of being a content creator. It's part of being a player of this game. So, Endurance would have been great to get on the table if I could. Avenge Me is just such a clutch card. Like, it's so good. I really am thankful for this card, that they made it, allowing me to draw 2 more cards every time a guy dies. Power of Leadership's great. Randall. Let's talk about Randall. And the cameo. Cameo was great to bring him in. It kind of made it a little bit harder to get some things going right at the beginning of the game for me. And Randall never got to make it to the table. And I misread him when I was putting him in the deck. I thought that you would discard from the top of the deck for him to do stuff. But because you don't, you discard from your hand. I had to make some changes, which is fine because I got to play Sunspot. And Sunspot was super duper cool. Really neat ally. We will be talking about him soon here on Sidekicked, a Marvel Champions podcast. If you haven't checked us out there, so be watching for that episode. It'll probably be coming out in May. But, super duper cool card. Really like it. My buddy Steggy suggested it, and I highly agree. It's a great card. Especially in Wonder Man. Who else are we looking at here? We've got more of the deck. I want to see what else we can look at. Avengers Compound was great, just being able to save an ally. The Resource Reserve, this is the first time I actually used this, and I kind of put it in their deck, the deck going, I know I have some aerial things I can do, but I won't be able to play aerial cards all the time, and it was nice to be able to save an aerial card or two. But even then, just to clear out my hand a little bit, the Resource Reserve was actually more helpful than I thought. I'd never used one before, and I think I will probably try to run it more often, depending on what kind of builds I have. I didn't need to run Quinn Carrier or Clarity of Purpose, though I think they both could have been helpful. We got Glow on health quite a bit. Energy Siphon, such a clutch card. Really love it. His whole kit is really awesome. Arrow, she was helpful. And I think it would have been more helpful if I ended up stunned right off the bat or needing to clear threat so often. but she would have been great for the purpose of just boosting my attack up to 5 when I attacked. I would have been able, if she was on the table, I would have been able to do 6 points of damage there to Venom and killed him in that one swing at the end there instead of having to ready up and do another several points of damage. Iron Lad, such a cool card. I've been playing with a lot with him recently as an ally, and I think he's probably going to be the next card I'm going to talk about when it's my turn to run Sidekick by myself without having guests and all the other folks we got coming on. He is really neat. Really liking this card a lot. He's becoming one of my favorites, up there with North Star as allies come. So, White Fox, I probably would pull White Fox out of the deck and just use the Digging Deeps. She's great, but she kind of just never came on the table when I needed her to. So, I would probably pull her out and just keep the Digging Deeps in here with your Call for Aid. So, which was a really cool card. I don't think I've really played Call for Aid, but now that Digging Deep made it more valuable, I definitely enjoyed that. Kalu, dude, he gets put in a lot of my decks as an Avenger, and I know people really like him. I just never end up playing him. He got discarded through, I think, a lot in this round, so. Triskelion would have been great because there's a point where I need another ally on the table. I really enjoyed this deck. I don't think it's worth publishing because there's still definitely some tweaks that need to be made to it. But that's another win for Wonder Man. And I'm just saying, like, I don't think he's OP. I think he's got some clutch things that you need to make sure happen to him. But man, I really have come to enjoy Wonder Man a lot. He is a ton of fun. I like the unique building styles that come with him. I think I have one more aspect I need to test him out because I've done Justice, I've done Protection, and I've done Leadership. And so I really have an aggression build that needs to come next. And we'll see how that one plays out, of course, with the Bring It's clutch. Venom coming in with big attacks is a lot of fun. I actually may do another round or two against Venom. I'm just really enjoying him as a villain right now. But we'll see what happens. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, my name is Jason Sketch, and next time I'll be deadly serious next time. Peace.